Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Pam. This is part 2 of my flea market journey yesterday. I wanted to separate this off because it's all junk journaling things and keep it separate from all the other little goodies that I found. But anyways, we're going to start out. I have just a few treasures, but they're all really cool. The first thing my husband found for me was this little snakeskin, it looks like snakeskin pouch, which I thought was so cool. And this reminded me of a junk journal. You know how you do the little flip tab for your envelopes? Except this, originally, you can see the stitching right there, was stitched right here. But hey, for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. I have no idea what this was for, but it's a little tiny pouch. It's cloth lined. And on the top here, it reads Wurzel and Sewn, and it says Budapest. So it's from Budapest. Other than that, I have no clue what this is for. But I thought in a really treasured special journal, that can go in as a pocket tuck with some treasures inside. The next thing I found was this little album of Jerusalem. It's made out of wood, and it has the carving of the temple, and the spine is some kind of like a leatherette type of fabric. And then inside are these postcards. It says flowers from the Holy Land. So on one side it has a postcard, and there are different places to go see in Jerusalem. And then on this side there are pressed flowers on the back of the postcards. Unbelievable. And there's several of them in here. I'm going to try to just show you this. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but this one you can kind of see where some of the ferns have fallen off, but it's still very pretty. They're so delicate. That one I thought was really pretty. It's missing some, but still pretty. This one I think is almost completely intact. That's all pressed flowers. Oh, the patience that someone had to do that. And then again, like I said, on one side it's that, and on the other side is the postcard. And here's another one. It's so pretty. So pretty. There's another one that's almost completely intact. I wish you could see these in real life. I mean, to just touch them, that you'd know that they're real flowers. They're not anything fake. How they did this, it just fascinates me. And of course the vintage pictures of all the places in Jerusalem. That I thought was pretty. And that one, which it's lost most of its fern, but the flower is still intact. So nice little treasure for a keepsake for someone. The next thing I found was this little paper children's storybook, and the date on it is 1949, and it's about a little horse named Prince, and Prince lived on a farm, but he dreamed of being a circus horse and dancing and prancing around with his costume. And so here's his dreams. And he belonged to these two young kids, and then this guy comes along and he says, "Hey, I'll take Prince and put him in the circus." So he goes to the circus, and then he finds out just how hard it is to do all that work. And then he started getting afraid of the animals, and the monkeys were making fun of him, and he got homesick. So he went back home, but he was allowed to keep his plume, so he could pretend he was in the circus, but he didn't have to be in the circus anymore. But I just thought that was adorable. 1949. Now something like this I would never ever cut up to put in a journal. I would just make a belly band or a tuck and put it in the journal so you could take it out and read it. Next thing I found was these two little golden books. They're both the same exact book. This one's 1973, this one's 1946. This is the original. And they have the same exact songs and everything in them, but the patina on the pages in this one compared to this one, you see how bright and clean this one is. That's the only difference. So those will be sweet for journals for Christmas. My big treasure that I went spastic over is I found a Dolly Dingle paper doll, and it's a reproduction of her trip around the world. And I'm not going to do page by page because we'll be here forever, but they're single-side pages, and at the beginning it has Dolly Dingle and her friend Billy Bumps, and shows her little dolly, and then it starts into, oh, it's got her kitty cutie in her little bed and everything. And there's more Dolly Dingle there with her puppy dog. And this is where it starts into traveling around the world. So we go to Japan and China and India. And she has little friends and little pets in each one. But the costumes and everything are just adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then there's these. Switzerland, Spain. So cute. This one was France and Holland. You see the little shoes. And we have Scotland and Ireland. And then she comes back home to her own little bed. And then there's her Christmas. She come home in time for Christmas. So, a real treasure to find. I was so tickled with that. And the last thing, excuse me, is this old Victorian photo album. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit here. Maybe not. Okay, let's move you over this way a little bit. Anyways, you can see this the spine's coming off, so I'm in the middle of repairing that. That'll all be intact when I'm done. It's missing its clasp, the piece that comes over and locks. But this is all leather. This is all hand-tooled. This was hand-tooled and then stained or painted, and has a, so it doesn't come off, but it's nice and smooth, just like what the leather is. Okay. Now you can see this page here is pretty much falling apart here. Wish I could just, whoops. I guess I can't zoom out any further. Sorry about that. But I just wanted to show you a couple pictures. The photographs in here range from, I would say, Civil War to late Victorian. And you can kind of tell by the clothes what time era you're in. But there's people, grown-ups, and there's little kids. And it'd be really neat to know who these people were, what their lives were like. But I couldn't believe how many pictures were in this album when I opened it up. These are tintypes. These are on metal. That's what they used before. They had figured out how to do them on paper. Cute little baby there. I liked how they had the stage props, for their pictures. Like here's a tree trunk and he's holding a piece of branch like he's, a walking stick or whatever. Pretty cool though. And this little baby, these have a really strange finish on them. But it's a cute little baby. It's the same baby with a little bit of different expression on its face. Whoops. There's a lady there. This is a whole family. You wonder who they were and when they grew up, what their lives were like. This, I think, is closer to a Civil War era, just because of the clothing, her dress, his hairstyle, how he's dressed. Again, I think that's more Civil War area. Now you're getting into the Victorian era there. This one is much newer. Somebody just stuck that one in there. So, some interesting pictures, and this is quite old here, I believe. And that's it as far as the pictures. But I think you can see how this is just coming apart. I think I'm going to, because there's not much left of it that's in good condition, I'm going to work on this and turn this into a junk journal on the inside. It'll be a challenge, but I think it'll be fun. So, even the back of this journal, the leather, the tool leather on it, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. So, it'll be a challenge, but it'll be fun, and we'll see what I come up with. I appreciate you stopping by, and hope you had fun watching my little short video here, but I did find a few things for junk journaling. Excuse me. And we'll see what kind of journal I end up putting them in. But anyways, have a good day, and thanks for stopping by, and we'll get in touch with you again soon. God bless all of you. Bye-bye.